Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. Today we are talking about the brand new Cargo Summer in the City fabulous palette. I love this. Spoiler alert, we're just gonna hop in and talk about swatches. I'm gonna give you an overview, which shades I use the most, which ones I love the most. There is one shade that's kind of funny in here, but that doesn't make the palette a throwaway palette by any means, because these are gorgeous shadows. Now, the past two Hot or Nots that I have done on Cargo have been fail, hot or not hot, hot or not, hot or nots. What? The past two palettes that I have reviewed from Cargo, the Cream palette and then the Shanghai Nights, I just did not really like, but you guys know the Vintage Escapes palette from Cargo was a favorite of mine that I used a ton on my channel, and I feel like I am going to be reaching for this one a ton as well. It is that same silky texture and wearability. The wear time is really long, the application is easy, it's not overly stiff, but it's not overly powdery. It's kind of one of those just right formulas that happens once in a blue moon, and the colors are to die for. They are so soft but still very pigmented. I feel like it's like Willy Wonka's like, I got the golden ticket, except for its eyeshadow. You open this sucker up and you see two rows of shadows. The top row is very light and airy and could be highlight type colors. The bottom row, you are gonna get a little more pigment action. And I just think that everything is grouped up really beautifully. I kind of see these as quad, quad, quad. You could do three beautiful eye looks right there, easy. Everything goes with one another, but I just kind of play around everywhere, to be honest, with this palette. And you have some cool tones, some warm tones. I feel overall, even though there are a few warm tones in here, this is a very, what's the word? It touches on cool with being still very warm and airy and summery and not harsh. I am actually wearing Breeze on the center portion of my eye, and I just used my fingertip. I didn't even need to use it wet at all. The pigment is just like boom, straight away. You just pat that on there and it reflects light in the most beautiful way. You also get a dual-sided brush, which is... it's a dual-sided brush that you get for free. It's nothing super spectacular, but hey, it's nice that they give you something that isn't just like a sponge tip applicator. What I really was impressed by that I did not think that I would like, because I thought it was just kind of an afterthought type of a deal, like, oh hey, you get a liner in here. But this liner is so incredibly matte and creamy and smooth. I love this liner so much. I am so surprised once I actually busted it out and used it, which I didn't for a while for some reason. I was like afraid of it, but this is a wonderful liner. You get a full size in here. The palette itself is $32. I believe it's a $104 value, so you are getting a lot of product here. If you break it down, I believe that makes each shadow $250, somewhere in there, depending on how you look at it. So I think it's a really good deal. I will show you swatches of the top row. You have Rooftop, Sunset, Bike Ride, Breeze, Rose, and Summer Love. Now, Summer Love is the only one that I found to be a little bit overly powdery. I didn't really love it that much. I don't think I will use this one so much, because you can see even when I'm just swatching it, it's the only one that picks up a little bit dusty. Still a pretty color. It's like a peachy pink, but it's kind of, yeah, not my favorite. And that Mockingbird is like going to town. I'm sorry. The one right next to it is gorgeous though, and so just stunning and perfect. All over the lid, this looks so natural. It could be like one of those days where you are wearing like barely any mascara and you just fluff all over the lid, a nice peachy pink shade, and you end up looking very effortlessly beautiful and beachy and summery, and I love that. You get some beautiful golds that almost feel a little more, they're like sand colored gold. They're like a champagne sand yellowy gold without being orange and harsh. Again, everything is very soft in this palette, and I absolutely love that. It's so flattering. The bottom row, you get the shade Heatwave, Gelato, Sizzle, Sidewalk, Pool Party, and Chill. Chill is surprisingly a beautiful shade all over the lid. It has little specks of silver. I don't want to say harsh glitter because they are so, it's like micro glitter. It's really beautiful. It's very eye-catching. It's not harsh at all, and I love it. I just have been reaching for this a lot, so I wanted to hop on and do like a full overview, hot or not, and tell you guys that this is such a winning product. Yeah! If you are someone that likes matte eyeshadows only and you hate shimmer and you don't want things to have a sheen in it at all, then this might not be the palette for you. But if you like a little bit of reflection that's soft, that's not overly metallic, that's just very light catching and makes you look glowy, and again, just kind of beachy and effortless and smudgy, if you want that type of a look, it's so easy to achieve with this palette. A situation that I had last time I talked about the Vintage Escapes, nobody could buy it anywhere. Cargo is a little bit harder to find. They do carry the line at Duane Reade in the lookbook boutiques and at some Walgreens that have the lookbook boutiques. They also carry it on Birchbox.com. I actually got this from the Soho store where I swatched it in person and fell in love on the spot, and I'm so glad I did that because I was about to give up on Cargo eyeshadows altogether. But this one is for the win. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Mwah.